What it do to all my free game people out there, man? Hold on. To all of my, to all of my FNB people out there, man. Hopefully y'all feeling good today. Hopefully y'all day starting out the right way. Hopefully you didn't woke up this morning, ate some fruit, got to the gym, worked out, you know what I'm saying? Got home, took a shower, cleaned your ass, brushed your teeth. Hopefully you brushed your teeth before you went to the gym when you first got up, actually. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you never know how niggas do it. You know what I'm saying? Just get it in at the beginning of your day, hopefully. Hopefully you started your day off right is what I'm trying to say, though. Hopefully. But I'm here to talk to y'all today about layered people. I learned that, you know, for a while, I always knew that I was I ain't gonna say complex individual, as I'm just a nigga that got all these grand, you know, things. But I know that I was always just a little bit of a layered person. I always knew that I had, I know I was very opinionated. I know I had depth. And because I've learned that, it kind of made me understand that I can only hang with people who have layers. And layers don't always mean that you got to be this extravagant individual. Layers can be just you introspective. I enjoy very introspective, very layered individuals. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that, you know, oh, hold on, low battery mode. Hold on. I enjoy to be around those type of people because those people teach me different things about myself. All layered individuals, if they are layered, they had to have some form of introspection. So anybody that I've ran across that are layered, they are also very understanding of themselves. And most people that I run into that know themselves very well always can teach me something about myself, which is always appreciated because I know I'm a person who love to learn about myself and love to just see things from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that those people are some of the best people to be around. That's why I've kind of grown to not judging. You know what I'm saying? I think when I was a lot younger, and I don't want to say it like I'm just this old ass nigga, but like when I was, 19 in my late teens and shit, I was a lot more judgmental because I didn't fully understand, first I didn't understand how people can get to certain points in their life. And I also didn't understand what comes with getting out of that point in your life. You feel me? For a while, I found myself judging people because I didn't see it from their perspective and I didn't understand it. So, through not understanding it, I judged it. Which a lot of the times that's what the judgment be, just not fully understanding some shit. So you're just passing judgment on it. But through me understanding that and then seeing it and then comparing it to myself, it's like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't nothing to be judged. Maybe they do things that I wouldn't do, which is okay. They layered, you feel me? And they can, and if they introspective enough, they'll be able to tell me some shit that I didn't even fully understand. See what I'm saying? They're going to be able to tell me some shit that I couldn't even see. They're going to add to my perspective. All of your most layered individuals can add to your perspective, tell you some shit that isn't in your reality. So they're able to tell you something, give you a view of reality that you may have not been able to see prior to running into them. And it gives you a whole different way of thinking. I enjoy being around layered individuals. And most of your layered individuals, you know what I'm saying, are, what some may call, your sinners or your people that, do some bullshit or that have done bullshit. Now, I ain't saying I like to be around motherfuckers that's grimy and shit like that because those people aren't layered. They, they one dimensional. They only see the world. I'm talking about the ones who may have done that shit, seen through it or understand it and understand themselves through that process. So they've gained the knowledge. They've been very aware in their perspective. So through them doing and taking those steps, it's not like the niggas have been just moving they ain't thinking about it in the sense of just surviving. They're thinking about it in the sense of doing, well, no, it is a survival thing too. I don't want to say that. They're not just thinking about, but they are aware. Let me say that. That's the best way to say it. They are aware. So I ain't talking about nobody that's doing bullshit and grimy shit out of survival, but they're not aware. You know what I'm saying? They're not aware of themselves. Is a difference between somebody that's doing shit out of survival, but they super aware of themselves, and somebody who's not aware of themselves too. Because when somebody who is aware of themselves through doing them actions out of survival, not only are they gaining lessons from it, but they also becoming layered individuals. They learning themselves deeper because of the fact that they are aware and they are present within their perspective and their reality. So they are able to be more layered, and they are able to give a nigga like myself who may not have lived the life that they live. They're able to give me some points, tips, and tricks and things to think about that I wasn't able to think about before. Shit like that, super duper appreciated. I love those things. You know what I'm saying? Those things teach me so many things. And I feel like this is one of the biggest reasons why in the Bible would say that Jesus was hanging with the sinners. Jesus was out there hanging with the motherfucking pimps, hoes, and robbers and bullshitters, you feel me? And it was, not only was it because of the fact that, you know, Jesus understood that the word that he was trying to teach was for those people, but he also understood that the word, not only did he understand that the word that he was trying to teach was for those people, but he also understood that once those specific people learned it, they can teach it to the others in a way that nobody else could, because they didn't see the worst side of reality. So they not only can tell you the teachings that Jesus was trying to teach, but they also can tell you their perspective and how they view it, and along with how to get out of that lane to get to where, you know, what Jesus was trying to say. And I'm not saying it's like this is like a religious talk, but I'm just connecting some dots, you know what I'm saying, for myself and maybe for you if you listen. So through me understanding that layered individuals are the best teachers. You know what I'm saying? They the best. Not only are layered individuals the best teachers, but they also the best friends. You know what I'm saying? People who have layers, have understanding of themselves, especially once they get out of survival mode. Once those people who are layered and have that depth to themselves, they get out of that survival mode, they different. And you know what? And you can be a layered individual and not be in survival mode. This ain't just to say this, but it's just what my mind is going towards. But you don't have to be a layered individual and be in survival mode. You can be somebody who's always been extremely introspective, and then you find yourself, you just very introspective. So throughout your experience, you able to take lessons from everything. You see what I'm saying? There's a lesson in every single day. You just got to pay attention to it enough to see it. You feel me? Everything is so interconnected that if you pay attention enough, you can find the lesson in everything. Even if you seeing a motherfucking bumblebee take the pollen off of a flower, you feel me? You look at that shit long enough and you connect the dots long enough, there'll be something that you can get from that. Everything is connected in some way, shape, or form. So, you know what I'm saying? A layered individual can just be, you know, I like to describe those as just somebody who, or how I describe becoming a layered individual is somebody who's always very introspective and very aware. See what I'm saying? That's how I think about it. So I always enjoy to be around those type of people because they teach me things about myself. They give me different perspectives and they grow my consciousness. They also grow my the way that I think and my perspective. So then they bring more things to my reality. See what I'm saying? So that's just what I was thinking about today. That's just something that was on my mind. I was thinking about it a couple days ago, actually, but I'm bringing it to y'all now. You feel me? You know, don't judge a book by its cover. You never know what people can teach you. These people, you know what I'm saying, stay around people that can give you something that has layers to them. Don't be around motherfuckers that's one-sided and shallow and ain't got really shit to bring to you. And, you know, be aware, y'all. Free game people, I love y'all. F&B people, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves, man. I'm out of here.